Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming. Thank you for being here. Today, I want to go on my profile so that I can reach more people, share these tools with more people, of course. I really love what I do. I've been doing this now for 14 years. Yes, guys, 14 years, and I have helped thousands of people around the world. And I want to keep helping people. The idea of this community that is free, now offering these weekly calls, right, is to be able to share more of the work that I do so people can listen to this, use it to be able to understand how the mind works and start getting rid of behaviors that they don't want to do anymore, right? Because one of the biggest things is it doesn't matter if we consciously say, oh, yeah, I want to stop doing this. It matters what's happening in the back of your head that is not the conscious mind. So I want to talk a little bit about that in a second. We're going to start with that. So thank you very much for watching. If you're here, hashtag live, guys. If you're watching on my profile and want to share this with more people, I welcome you to do that. Remember, this is for free. I love what I do. I want to share it with as many people as possible. I have seen so much going on. I tried so many techniques, and very few worked for me. And when I started this journey about really understanding how the mind works, how we created our belief system, what is holding me back was when things started to change. So I struggled for nearly 30 years. And for the past now 14 years, things have changed in ways I never, ever imagined. And this is what I want to share with you guys. So again, thank you very much. If you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay, guys. Please, again, interact with this video. Let's get it out there. Let's get more people understanding about this and being able to start making changes in their life. So thank you very much. So let me share the screen with you guys. I want to go 1 second. I want to be able to open. 1 second. I'm arranging here screens. I have so many screens open. I want to have the chat here for Facebook. I want to have also the chat and the things for Zoom. So I'm opening here what I'm going to be showing here in a second on the screen. Hey, Romana, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're sharing the screen. We're going to recap of how the mind works. So share screen. Here we go. What do I want to share with you guys? Yes. Is this the right one? I just want to be sure. Unleashing summary. Oh, where is it? Well, I'm just going to share the screen like this. Just whoa. Sorry, but I'm not sure. I just want to, sorry guys, 1 second, bear with me. I'm trying to share the screen with this, but I'm getting something different on my screen. So I just want to be sure that I'm sharing the correct. No, but it doesn't seem it's opening the correct one. That's what I'm seeing here. So give me 1 second again. Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. Sometimes it happens. So here we are again. Zoom, sharing screen. Well, I hope this works. So let me know, guys, if you can see right now, if you're able to see. Hey, Mary, thank you for stopping by. Here we go, chat. Can you see the PowerPoint there, guys? Let me know if you can see the PowerPoint. Train and reprogramming the mind, rapid subconscious reprogramming, master emotions. Let me know on the chat with a yes if you can see that PowerPoint, because I'm not sure if I'm able to share the correct screen. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there we go. So let's talk a little bit about the work that I do, rapid subconscious reprogramming, and how is it directed, right? And why does it work, right? So one of the things to understand is how the mind works. According to studies, and there's different people talking about this, okay? In my experience, what I've seen is that this fits the best definition of this, right? We have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. The conscious mind, according to different literature, goes between 5, 10, sometimes people talk about 20%, analyzes and reasons. They're the conscious mind, thinks and plans, short-term memory, okay? That's kind of, oh, sorry, but wait, let me see something. Okay, yeah, no worries. So That's a conscious mind, right? So I can think consciously, I want to stop doing this, or I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start saving money. I'm going to be more kind to people. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to wake up earlier. And suddenly I find myself falling back into old patterns. Type a yes in the chat, guys, or a number one. Let's go with number one. Type a one in the chat, guys, if you have thought consciously, hey, I want to change this. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you found yourself falling back into old patterns. So ones are coming in. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, what happens is we might think something consciously, but what matters, what rules is like another part of the mind. It is not the conscious mind. So if some people might say, oh, but Tommy, this is not exactly like this. I don't care, guys. What I'm trying to show you here, that although you consciously might think about something, it doesn't mean that you're going to do that, or you're going to stop doing whatever, right? Drinking, spending so many hours on social media, or doing something for work that you need to do. It doesn't matter. If you tell yourself that you're going to do this or stop doing that, it's not necessarily it's going to happen because of how the mind works. So let's go into, okay, so if it's not the conscious mind, what is going on? The subconscious mind. This is something very important. This is most of my work is directed to the subconscious mind. So we have first long-term memory, emotions and feelings, habits, patterns, relationship patterns, addictions. 4, involuntary bodily functions, creativity, development stages, spiritual connection, and intuition. So most of the work that I do, guys, is direct, and this is what I want to share with you guys today a little bit more, so that it can help you start understanding why you're not able to stop procrastination, why you're not able to be more focused, why you're not able to be more productive, to be more efficient, to be whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, guys. Why is it that you keep falling short? And what most people see is what I'm going to share with you guys in a second is a surface level problem, right? But we need to be able to access a subconscious mind to understand what is really happening. And I want to talk about that today a little bit more, okay? So look at this picture over here. We got the iceberg. Right on the tip of the iceberg, we have procrastination, maybe the imposter syndrome. It could be loss of focus, loss of clarity, powerless. It could be stress. It could be anxiety, overwhelm, playing it small. Type a 2 in the chat, guys, if you have ever felt one of these things over here or struggled with one of these things over here: procrastination, stress, anxiety, imposter, loss of focus, loss of clarity. Any of these, type a 2 in the chat if you have dealt with any of these before. So what is happening in the mind, as you were seeing the subconscious mind, there are going to be emotions and feelings coming up to the surface. And these emotions and feelings, as you can see, as we go deeper into the iceberg, into the ocean, right? We see these fingers pointing up. Negative emotions are the ones that are going to create this byproduct that could be, as I was saying, procrastination, doubt, stress, anxiety, and all of that. So negative emotions are still not the root problem. The root problem that I've been studying now for 14 years and working for myself and working with others, guys, is the limiting negative and false beliefs, right? The subconscious mind is made up of memories from our past that prove those limiting negative and false beliefs. That's what I don't believe in, and many of you have heard before, of positivity. If I start telling myself, Tommy, you're good enough, the mind is going to say, wait, Tommy, 1 second. Let me check the files, yes, the memories of your past. So it's going to go into the past, and it's going to bring maybe, when I was at 5th grade, I was cleaning up a table, and there was a cup, that we used to use the cleaning of the paint of the different, what's the name, brushes that we used to paint in art. And I hit that cup, and I poured all that water into a girl that was there also cleaning up, and I messed up her t-shirt, and she felt very embarrassed. I felt very embarrassed. So the man's going to say, no, Tommy, you're not good enough. Look what you did. And he's going to go find another one where I messed up at school and I said something that was wrong, was silly, and a lot of people started making fun of me. So boom, there's another proof that I'm not good enough, or that I'm stupid, or whatever it is, guys. So the mind, what it's going to do, it's going to go into past memories, right? Going back to the subconscious mind, long-term memories are memories, and it's going to find events that prove the belief that I have. So again, it might be that I'm stupid, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy, that I'm inadequate, that there's something wrong with me. Whatever it is, guys, that I have in my mind that I'm dealing today, right? I don't feel that I'm good enough for my work. I'm not good enough to be able to get my business going, that I'm inadequate, that I'm not good for a relationship. Whatever it is, guys, that you're struggling, you need to understand that it is something based on a past experience that the mind saved it in the back of the head, in the subconscious mind, right, as proof of what you're believing. So trying to convince yourself different of I'm good enough, I'm lovable, just like that, it doesn't work for most people, because the mind is going to say, Tommy, you're saying that I'm good enough? That's BS, because look at these memories, boom. And although it might be happening in the background, the mind is confirming those limiting, negative, and false beliefs as the truth. So I'm going to confirm that I'm stupid. I'm going to confirm that I'm clumsy. I'm going to confirm that I'm not good enough, that I'm not lovable. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 3 in the chat if this is making sense on how the mind works and how it's looking for past experiences to confirm those beliefs that I have. You feel that way, this can compare myself to others. My mind harassing me about where I should be. There you go. You see, Susanna is talking about how she was comparing herself with others. That comparison is something that you learned in the past. So if you try to convince yourself, Susanna, to stop comparing yourself, the mind is going to say, no, wait, but mom taught me this. Look how many times mom or dad or whoever compared me all the time. So now I'm doing it because somebody taught me that. So again, going back to this, right, long-term memory, this was done to me. So if it was done to you, Suzanne, that you were compared a lot as a little kid, that is going to bring you to do the same thing. We're doing to ourselves, guys, things that were done to us as kids. So Suzanne, type a yes or a no in the chat if you feel or remember if you were compared as a little kid with maybe a sibling, maybe with other kids and things like that. Did you experience something like that? Not maybe every day, don't get me wrong, but did you experience some type of comparison when you were a little girl? Yes or no? If you can share that with us, that would be great. Bineta, thank you very much for watching. So again, in the subconscious mind, we have all these memories and all these beliefs that were created when I was a kid. So trying to deny them is not going to work. So Susan says, yes, I got more intense as I got older and more aware. Yes, but it happened when you were a kid. It's just saying, yes. Bineta is saying, I agree with Suzanne, comparing myself to others too, and it's crippling. So Bineta, I'm going to ask you this, type a yes in the chat or a no. When you were a kid, did you experience some type of comparison? Type a yes or a no, and I'm pretty sure that I know the answer to that. So guys, we need to explore our limiting, negative, and false beliefs and see what are the memories that are confirming those beliefs, guys. Because if I don't know what happened during my childhood, and you might say, Tommy, I don't remember. Exactly, you don't remember, maybe because it was painful and your mind closed that to you because I don't want to keep, remembering that and going through that pain. So it's a protective mechanism. And Bineta is saying here that yes, she was compared. So Bineta, Susanna, as you were compared, I was compared. I learned how to compare myself. So the next question could be, and we're not going to cover all of this process here, guys. I don't have time right now, but I want to share as much as I can. This is how the mind works. We created beliefs in our childhood, according to circumstances, moments that we went through that created these beliefs, right? That now trigger emotions, and those emotions get behaviors. So when people say, Tommy, I'm defeated, I feel loss of motivation, I don't feel like doing anything, that is because there are negative emotions behind it, and there's a negative story you're telling yourself. If you're able to go through those negative emotions, release them, acknowledge and accept them, don't try to change them, but acknowledge and accept that, understand it. There, go a little bit deeper to find the limiting, negative, false beliefs, or in a way, the half-truths that created these beliefs or these emotions. That's going to allow you to start making changes, guys. I'm going to show you this in a little bit, okay? So what do I need to start understanding? I got to start going through these 5 steps that I teach over and over again. Identify, acknowledge, accept, learn, reprogram. Identify, Acknowledge and accept, okay, I'm falling into procrastination. I'm falling into loss of clarity. I feel powerless. I feel that there's nothing I can do that is going to work. I feel negative. Okay, let's start embracing that. I got valid reasons to feel like I do. Guys, listen to that. Remember this. I have valid reasons to feel like I do. There's nothing wrong with how you're feeling. You have valid reasons. Why do I say that? Because when you were a kid, something happened and made you feel that whatever you do, you're going to do it wrong. Maybe each time you did something, your parents came down at you saying, oh, you see, you did it wrong. Instead of helping you and guiding you to learn from what you did, maybe your mistake, you were in a way judged, right? So that judgment, unfortunately, stuck around with you. Right? So now you're scared maybe of doing stuff because you're scared that it might go wrong and you're going to feel as bad as you did when you were a kid. Did that make sense, guys? Type a 4 in the chat if that is making sense, please. We're acting out our past. We are replaying our past today. Okay, so first of all, I need to identify, acknowledge, and accept how I'm feeling. Do not deny it. Do not fight it. Understand it, right? That there is a valid reason to be there, and open your heart and your mind to go deeper. So, okay, how am I feeling behind procrastination? I'm procrastinating. Okay, how do I feel? You know, doing laundry, maybe. I have this debate many times with people, you know, talking about doing laundry or cleaning or tidying up your bedroom or, I don't know, doing studying or whatever it is, guys. And you might say, but Tommy, laundry? What are you talking about? Yeah, I have had debate with people that tell me, but Tommy, I don't like doing laundry. And of course I don't like doing it. What's wrong with that? You know, what does that have to do with my past? So my question was, when you were a kid, were you expected to do laundry, right? Or whatever it is that you're not doing today. And the person, normally these people would say, yeah, Tommy, I when I was a kid, I used to lawn the grass, or I used to have to tidy my bedroom, or I had to do laundry. Okay, and how did you feel about it? Oh, I didn't like it, I hated it, and my mom pressured me to do it, or my dad pressured me to do it. So now you don't want to do it because you're rebelling to that past that you went through, guys. Although doing laundry might be important, you know, to have everything running in the house. If you're living alone, you're living with somebody else, it doesn't matter. It's going to help you with having clean clothes and things like that. You're not doing it because you're rebelling to something happening in your past. So there's a negative story behind it. I don't like doing it because I feel controlled. That could be a reason, guys. I don't like doing it because I feel controlled. Even if it's by yourself, you still feel the control. So you don't want to do it. So I need to explore the negative emotions. I feel sad. I feel powerless. I feel, you know, anxiety. I feel, you know, I don't know. I feel shame. I feel whatever negative emotions. We need to go through those emotions. I'm going to show that a little bit more. So look, the struggle that we're in is the end result. You cannot treat the struggle. People want to change aspects of their life, but keep falling back to old habits. So how are behaviors created? And let me see if I can, no, this is not working. Sorry, guys. So we got a belief that is going to trigger an emotion. An emotion is going to trigger a behavior. And if we do that over and over again, it becomes like an action. Sorry, an emotion is going to trigger an action. An action, as we do it over and over again, is going to turn into a behavior, right? So how do we start going deeper with this? First of all, acknowledging the negative emotions. This is what most people tell you that is wrong to do. If you have a negative emotion, just let it go, get out. It's not you. Forget about it. Don't deal with it. Don't get tangled up with that. No, it's not about getting tangled out. It's about understanding, guys. So I need to stop repressing and use this to really understand the belief behind it. So stop repressing and start accepting and acknowledging this negative emotion, guys. We need to release, we need to let go of that emotion, but by going through it. And people might say, but Tommy, that's painful. Yes, going to the gym is painful, but is really good for your health, right? Going and do some running or doing some jogging or doing some elliptic, doing, I don't know, whatever it is, guys, that you do to the gym. If you don't push yourself too hard, breaking yourself and creating problems, right? If you do it in a nice way, it's a good thing to do. It is painful. Yes, it is painful. but I need to go through the pain to be a little bit healthier. This is the same thing, guys. I need to go through the negative emotions so that I can get access into those beliefs. Okay, there you go. So Suzanne, you're saying my mind likes to do a combination of beating me up, then repressing before I can release it. There you go. That is because you were taught that by mom, by dad, by both. Somebody taught you, right, that you needed to beat yourself up, right, when something wasn't going the well that you expected. And that happens or that you had to hide it. These are the interactions we saw our parents go through, and we've learned from them. Is that right? No, but that's what we were taught. So it's embracing that that's what you were taught. Listen to the inner critic, try to find out why it's there, why is bringing the criticism up, can you learn from it? And that is going to release the inner critic, guys. You see, look, Suzanne is saying, my parents, especially my mom, hit stuff and then blew up. You see that I don't need to know you guys to know how your past was according to your behavior, guys. This is how this works, okay? So I need to use the emotions as a GPS to find my beliefs that are hidden, going back to this, guys, are hidden at the bottom of the iceberg, guys. The limiting negative false beliefs are underneath the negative emotions. So I need to embrace those negative emotions, learn from them. So it's open heart, open mind, understand, saying, okay, I feel sad, I feel lonely, I feel angry, I feel shame, I feel vengeance, I feel whatever it is, guys, that you're feeling, embrace it. It doesn't mean that it's you. There's a part of you that is tangled up with these emotions that it needs to be listened. It needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be loved and accepted, so that it can open up to learn. The fourth step in this process that I'm talking about. Remember, identify, acknowledge, accept, learn. Learn with an open mind and an open heart to see what's going on, to then be able to reprogram. The problem, guys, and I'm going to show what Suzanne was talking about, Bineta was talking about, right? We go from authoritarianism to permissiveness. So a lot of personal development is directed through authoritarianism. I need to change this. Stop doing this. You kick yourself in the butt to get things done. Type a 5 in the chat, guys, if you have seen this out there with people teach you or taught you in the past to kick yourself in the butt to get things done. And it resonated with so many people, guys, because that's how we were treated when we were kids. Yes, guys, that's how we were treated when we were kids. Most of us were brought up in an authoritarian, household where it was mom, it was dad, it was both, it doesn't matter, but there was some type of authoritarianism in the house. Type a 6 in the chat, guys, if you have been brought up in these type of environments where you did what you were told and there was no question about it. And it doesn't matter if it was right or wrong, it was going against what you thought was right and you had to do it. Type a 6 in the chat if you have gone through that as a kid. I'm seeing the 6 coming up on Facebook, 6 coming up on Zoom, right? So that's why it resonates with so many people. And there's so many gurus out there that are teaching you to kick yourself in the butt to get things done. Now what we're seeing is a change in society where we're going into permissiveness. What does that mean, permissiveness? That everything is tolerated, everything is okay. Do what you like, do what you feel. No, that's not the correct path either, because do whatever you want. The other day I had a problem with a neighbor and I wanted to go and scream at the neighbor and I didn't do it. I didn't do what I felt. I did allow it to coexist inside of me. I listened to the part of me that felt frustrated, that felt angry. I listened, I understood, I learned from it, I released it, and I was able to go and talk to my neighbor in a very nice way, loving way, without needing to put pressure, authoritarian, go and scream at that person, or permissive, pretend nothing happened, right? Or just let her walk all over me. No, guys, none of that works. Not authoritarianism, nor permissiveness when everything is okay. If, somebody hurt somebody else, that's somebody else's problem. No, of course, I have a part of responsibility. If somebody does something to me, says something, that's what it is. So if somebody says something to me and I feel bad, that part is my responsibility. But if the other person did it on purpose, the other person needs to deal with that too. It doesn't matter like, oh, Tommy, that's on you and you got to deal with it. No, we're not talking about that. And we're losing perspective into this, guys, where kids are allowed to do whatever they want. If they want to play till 2 a.m. in the morning with their games, it's fine. If they want to swear at the teacher, it's fine. If they want to walk away from school, it's fine. No, guys, kids need some type of, boundaries, right? So we got to be very careful. So it's not authoritarian. You do what I say, and it's not permissiveness. Okay, do whatever you want. No, it's let's sit down. Let me understand why, buddy, you don't want to do this, right? My son doesn't want to go to swimming, but I'm trying to explain to him. And I, several times I sat with him and said, okay, why is it that you don't like it? Oh, I don't like it because they're small kids and, I get a little bit bored. Hey, I hear you. I understand that you don't want to go to swimming. I hear you and I support that how you feel. Look at this, guys. I support how you feel. But look, buddy, I understand that right now you're in this group of kids, but if you want to go with the other group of kids, the more you practice, you're going to be able to go to the big pool with the other kids. And although you already swim, I'm very interested in you being able to learn how to swim better, because we're surrounded by lakes. We like going to the beach and going to the sea, right? And if you want to be able to be swimming with me and go past the waves to the deep side of the ocean, we need you to be able to swim really well, because that's the only way this is going to happen. So you like coming with me into the sea? Yes. Do you want to go past the waves to the deep side? Yes. So I understand that you don't like it, but I believe this is one of the most important things there is for the rest of your life. So I hear you. When you didn't like tennis, you stopped playing it. When you didn't like playing violin, you stopped playing it. We listened to you and we really took what you were saying and we allowed you to stop. But right now, swimming for us is one of the most important thing there is. So we really want you to go. And he accepted to go. Was it through authoritarianism? Oh, you need to go because I say so. Or yeah, he don't go, because I know he's going to regret it for the rest of his life if he doesn't learn how to swim well now that he's a kid, right? So it wasn't authoritarian. It wasn't permissive. It was love, guys. And I'm not saying it's easy. I don't keep it together all the time. But when I can, I try to connect and understand what he's coming from, listen to what he has to say, and then bring what I believe is the best for him. In some cases, I have accepted to allow him to stop doing whatever he was doing. He started violin and they wanted to stop. Hey, are you sure you want to stop? You like this? Yeah, but my friend is not going anymore, so I don't want to do it anymore. Are you sure? Because maybe if you go try it one more time, I try to convince him a little bit. He said no. Okay, I respected that. So he felt this and he felt understood. Maybe he ended up doing something he didn't want to, but it was from a different perspective, not authoritarian, not permissiveness, guys. You see a difference? Type a love in the chat if this is making sense, guys. Type love in the chat. So as society, we went through very big generations, right? Older generations that went from authoritarianism. You do what I say, and there's no way you're going to do something different, right? You do what I say, right? To letting kids do whatever they want. None of that is good, guys. Not listening to a kid to see why they don't want to do something, right? Not listening, understanding them is not good, guys. Because in a way, I'm telling them that I know better than them. They got to shut up and do what I tell them. So let's think about that, right? Haven't you found along your life, guys, you guys listening to this, haven't you found along your life that you wanted to speak up and you didn't have the courage to speak up? That you wanted to set boundaries and you were not able to set boundaries? Has it happened in the past? Type a 7 in the chat, guys, if it has happened in the past that you wanted to set boundaries, you wanted to speak up and you didn't. Several 7s coming in, thank you. So you know why you're not doing it, guys? Because when you were a kid, you were told that you got to shut up, put your head down, and take whatever somebody else is saying and not speak up. You see what I mean? This was taught to you. So what I'm trying to help you see, guys, that if this was taught to you, it needs to be able to change. So no authoritarianism to kids, no permissiveness. It's love. I come from love. Did the example that I did about my kid, did it feel like love? Yes or no, guys? The example that I just shared about my kid, that I help him at first, he felt understood, he felt listened, and then I explained to him why for me it was very important, right? And other stuff that he did, that he stopped doing, that he stopped wanting to do. I respected him, I listened to him. Does that make sense that I did it at least to the best of my abilities to be from a place of love, not just saying, okay, stop doing swimming, then you'll pay for this in the future, you know, screw you, whatever, do whatever you want, or you do what I say. It was neither, guys. And maybe in the future I come up even with a better way, I don't know. But right now I'm trying to act with from the best of my abilities for him to feel that love, that support, even when I'm not accepting him to do what he wants to do, but I'm doing from a very loving place, or at least the best place that I can at this moment, guys. So it's not about permissiveness. Eat whatever you want. It's not about authoritarianism. Oh, stick to this diet. Because neither of them, and I see nowadays so many people still even teaching authoritarianism that it's a little bit, you know, not as we experience as kid, but, you know, beat yourself up, push yourself, set, you know, a calendar and stick to it. If I'm not listening to what's going on inside of me, I'm not connecting to emotions, I'm not understanding why I'm not doing what I'm doing. So again, another example that I've talked a lot, right? If I'm procrastinating, doing my taxes, or I'm procrastinating, doing videos on my social media, if I'm procrastinating, finding another job, I'm doing it as a protective mechanism, guys. So if I kick myself through authoritarianism to try to change the protective mechanism that I created to protect myself, in a way, I'm denying it. This is important to understand, guys. I created this protective mechanism to protect myself. Procrastinate finding a job because I'm scared that I'm going to be rejected. So I'm protecting myself. So kicking myself in the butt to go find a job might work for some, but not for most, because I'm still rejecting myself even further. Look at this. I'm rejecting myself. I'm rejecting that protective mechanism instead of understanding it. If I love and support that part of me that doesn't want to feel rejected, that part of me is going to feel loved. As it's going to feel loved, it's going to feel more freedom to get out there and find a job out of a place of love and not authoritarianism or permissivism. I hope that makes sense, guys. Again, type an 8 in the chat if that example makes sense. Instead of kicking myself in the butt to do the things that I need to do, I try to understand why I'm not doing them. There's always a story that I'm telling myself why I'm not doing something or why I'm doing something that even could be destructive to myself. I have worked with so many people that each time they go out there finding for a partner, they find the wrong partner. And they kick themselves in the butt or they beat themselves up because they're always falling for the wrong guy, the wrong woman. But they're not realizing that deep down, they are looking for that. Although consciously they say, oh, I want a woman or I want a man that is emotionally available, that is caring, that is loving, that is understanding. They say all these beautiful things of what they expect about a guy maybe or a woman, right? But then when they go out there, they find the opposite. Why is that? Because subconscious thoughts are running the show. You're looking for something that maybe you saw at home. Maybe your dad, if you're a woman, maybe your dad was emotionally unavailable, was not so caring. So now you look that ideally because that's what you think consciously that you should be looking for. But then as the memories in your past, your subconscious mind is programmed to look for your dad or your mom or a combination of both, whatever it is, guys. And not in this sake like, oh, I want to marry my dad. Not at all, guys. It's the traits, how the person behaved, what you're looking for, right? So for each person is different. So it's important to understand these things so that we can start making changes. How do we find our subconscious thoughts that are controlling the outcomes? So first is start exploring, okay? If you can give me an example, or when we go and do some laser coaching, JP, on Zoom, let's talk about this a bit more, okay? We'll talk a little bit about that. So everybody, thanks a lot for watching this. I really love that you guys are able to, listen to this, engage with me. Thank you very much. For the people that are on social media, what I'm going to do, guys, okay, I'm going to share a link at the bottom of this. If you're watching later, look for the link. or ask, hashtag call, I'm offering free guidance calls, guys. Just now, JP said, hey, Tommy, how do I find these subconscious thoughts that are controlling me? If you're struggling with something, guys, and you need some help, please feel free to reach out. I'm offering this free guidance calls, no catch, no selling, just offering free value, helping you. I love what I do, and I love helping people. I want to help as many people as I can. That's why I have this free community. That's why I've been offering these free calls for the last 4 years, free guidance call where I give free value. So if you have had yours, please leave that time for others, okay? If you haven't gone forward and have a free guidance call with me, please look for the link out there. I'm going to put it there on social media so you can book a call with me and get some extra guidance, no strings attached, free, okay, to try to help you guys understand a bit more, find out. JP was saying, JP is part of the community, so I'm going to stay online now with the people on Zoom. They're part of the paid community, not the free community, right? I just did all this call for lecture for free, and I'm going to stay with the people that are working with me to help them out a little bit on these type of matters. So if you're interested in a free guidance call, reach out, guys. Hashtag call, if you can put that there or find the link in there. I'm really willing to help you guys out. So the more you understand the mind, the easier it is to change our behaviors, because as I said, the behaviors are just a byproduct of our beliefs. Change your beliefs, change your emotions, change your behaviors. It's not going to happen overnight, but as you start understanding how this works and start practicing, it can help you start making changes. So guys, if you're liking this, Jay, there we go. I understood that I tend to be triggered by a specific trait I associate to men on, there you go. You see, Jay, thank you very much for sharing that. That is something that you were triggered as a kid and you keep repeating nowadays. So if you're willing, if you're interested, Jay, Bineto, whoever is watching now on Facebook, hashtag call, type there, or look for the link to book a call with me, and we can go deeper with that and give you a little bit more insight and some tools with that. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Type a 10, guys. One more favor, guys. Type a 10 in the chat if this is making sense, if you enjoy this lecture I offered just now about the mind and the conscious, subconscious mind, how to start making changes. So again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Now for the people on Zoom, I'm going to end this call. So stop sharing. You're back. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to share that link so I don't forget. Here. There you go. Here. Thank you, Jay, again. If you look up there, I just shared the link to book a call with me. Yes, if you want to do that, of course, feel free. No strings attached. Just here to help. So again, if you want to share this video with other people, guys, that will be awesome. The more people see this, the more people get help. So, from this video, I mean, of course. So I hope it makes sense. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone here on Zoom. Stop recording. We'll give me